Charity here from White River Nursery. We are back today to let you know that we got our soil test. So we got our results back from sending that off. It took about 2 weeks, maybe a little under, which is awesome because that gave us enough time to do a few things in the garden. But then we are ready to read our results. So we got this online. I printed it off so I could look at it, and I looked at it and I see a bunch of numbers and a few pretty colors, and I said, I don't know what I'm seeing. So I gave a call to Colin Massey from the County Extension Service, and he was kind enough to come out and talk to us about our soil test today and help us understand what we're seeing. So, Colin.
Thank you, Charity. So yeah, I'm Colin Massey, the horticulture extension agent at the Washington County Extension Office, and nurseries often have clientele that are asking, what to do with their soil or plant disease, and that's definitely something the Extension Office can help you with. We offer free soil testing and a plant disease clinic, but often folks are wanting to know, what do these numbers on the soil test mean? And we'll link to a fact sheet we have that describes exactly what those numbers mean. But just taking a quick look, the first thing we're really going to be interested in is the pH, and that's really it's telling you the acidity or the alkalinity of the soil. Most plants like to grow in slightly acidic soil between a pH of 6 and 7. So the first thing you want to make sure is that this is not on one of the extreme ends that you would need to amend with either lime or sulfur. The second box really shows an index of nutrients that are available to your plant, specifically macronutrients that plants need in larger quantities. And it usually gives you a level if it's low, medium, or high with this bar graph. And if something is low, it's going to show up in the recommendation box. The bottom section, based on what you've identified what you want to grow, is going to tell you exactly how much of those nutrients you need to apply.
Wow, great. Thanks, Colin. We got all that information, but on our soil test, I don't see a lot of differences or a lot of things that look off kilter in our readings. I notice on our recommendations that we just need nitrogen, and not only that, it says 1 pound per 1,000 square feet. And our display bed is a little over 160 square feet by my calculation. So how do we handle that?
It's a great questions, Charity. Yes, your recommendation only calls for 1 pound of nitrogen. As we look back into the nutrient index, you're adequate on most everything. You also mentioned pounds per 1,000 square feet. And based on what you've identified, what you want to grow, that's a very important unit to pay attention to. It could be pounds per 100 feet of row, but your area is quite small. And so we need to do some basic calculations. And in your case, if we're using blood meal to apply that nitrogen, we only need about just under 1.5 pounds. And so that is something we can also help with. If you need to do some calculations based on a larger or a smaller space, call your local extension office and we can walk through those with you. And just, overall, the fact that we don't need to do anything, it shouldn't be alarming. This is actually a good thing. There's plenty of nutrients in your soil that are available to the plant. But this is also telling you you don't need to apply anything else. If you were, you'd be possibly applying in excess of what the plant needs. And often that can even run off into water resources, causing problems with aquatic plants. So if you do need help with taking your soil test or interpreting these results, just give a call to your local county extension office and we can help you out.